Sage Forsaken here, and today we're looking at a Amazon 2-pack with a Batman, looks like an armored Batman of some sort, and a Catwoman. Now this came from Amazon, sealed together in a packaging. They're sold as a set. The Catwoman by herself was only a few dollars less than the 2-pack, so I decided to get the 2-pack. Always good to have another armored figure, even if you don't need another Batman, which I have Batman already from this line. They make like a billion different Batmans in this line. But let's go ahead and separate them here. So, of course, Batman, the back of the card art looks like this. Of course, we're going to see some sad onions. Oh, no. And, of course, lots of legalese, lots of other stuff going on in these cards. They have artwork. They have the actual creature chaos or whatever this line is called. And then, of course, Catwoman is the real reason I bought this set. I didn't have a Catwoman yet. And, of course, I've seen a lot of people say that it's a great figure to have for customs because it's a all-black bodied female. So it wouldn't be that much to make it into other figures or put a different head on it and, you know, just get rid of the whip that's sculpted into her. So let's open this up. Okay, as you open this up, of course, there's three item sections in each of these type of figures. There's always three very low paint app type accessories. This is a whip, has a weird piece of paint on it. Looks like white bird poop or something. Then you get a gun that can have like a peg into the back of a Batman, which, you know, is pretty cool. And kind of Predator style, but Batman. And then, of course, the last thing you get here are two different red gloves that are like claws for Catwoman. And they kind of fit in her hand like a weapon, like a gun, but then like it looks like she's got clawed hands. You know, these little extra things are not really my big taste, but I could definitely understand a kid being into them because, of course, you know, each of these also comes with like a card art or whatever that you can pop out of the packaging to keep. Kind of supposed to be some sort of collectible. I don't really see it being a major collectible line in the future, but whatever. Still kind of cool to have almost like a poster, Batwoman and Catwoman together. So here's Catwoman. Let's go ahead and look at her articulation and kind of look at like the paint apps and stuff. You know, making Catwoman is kind of easy because you don't have to worry about paint apps very much. Focus. Fighting this camera today. I don't know what I've done to my camera. It's like it doesn't like to focus anymore. Okay, I'm gonna have to get this cleaned off or something. So like you can see here, like her, there's good paint apps on the head. The head kind of is really kind of hard to turn. It's like it takes a lot of effort. She can look up and down a little bit, but not a whole lot. And she's got those goggles on. Let's get her back where you can see her in focus. But yeah, that's her head does turn left and right. The legs do go out side to side. So basically, they'll go all the way out side to side. They will kick forward. They'll go out sideways because it's a ball joint. And of course, there's a cut in the calf. So you can spin it around. But it's kind of weird to have a cut in the calf because there's also a peg knee joint that basically will spin all the way around anyway. So the cut in the calf was kind of an extra articulation point. Would have been nice if they had moved that to the ankle. That put that budget, even if it's just turning the ankle outward without having to turn the whole leg, would have been nice. The arm does swivel all the way around. And of course, it will go to almost 90 degrees. It is also a peg joint, which means that you can, of course, spin it all the way around. She can sit with her legs out straight. Her knees bend, of course. She can sit with her knees bent if you had a vehicle. So, you know, she does have that articulation. Like I said, the legs split out sideways all the way. They do have forward motion, but not very much backward motion because of the sculpting of her posterior. Okay, and switching over to Batman. Basically, just like the other character, you can open it by this tab. Then you have access to the three, well, let's get the card out. So this has Batman fighting a hammerhead shark, king shark or type character. I don't understand like why the toy that you can buy by itself is the hammerhead version, whereas the other one is King Shark with a shark head instead of a hammerhead. I would like to be able to get the shark version, not the hammerhead version, without buying a vehicle, that is. Of course, the clawed gauntlet is with the first accessory here. It looks like batarangs on a gauntlet. Then there's the same exact shaped gun that pegs in the back of Batman that we got in white with the other figure, which means that as a set, they could have maybe picked a different accessory if they knew they were going to package these as a set at some point. This is like a saw blade on a batarang, which if Batman's using this, who is he fighting? Like, who has the armored skin that he needs to fight with a saw blade? Because otherwise he's murking people. Here they are side by side, so you can see like scale. Of course, this is armored Batman, so he's a little more bulky than even Batman is in this line because of all the extra armor and everything. So I've seen somebody actually make a custom, figure with this armor where it was a Fallout figure, which they were sculpted like a gas mask on him or something and made him more armored head. So that was kind of cool looking, and they sculpted in some tubes and stuff. His head does turn just like Catwoman's. It's a little hard to turn. The arms do have the same articulation where it swivels all the way around and will go out on a hinge, like a disc hinge. And then this one, unlike the other one, doesn't have a peg hinge. It just has actual... Oh, my bad. That is a peg hinge. It looked like it wasn't a peg hinge, but it's still a peg hinge. It's a little more limited by the articulation of the armor, though. The legs do go out fully, like to about, not fully the full 180, but they do out sideways. They go forward. They will kick forward. There's not much back motion on this figure. The legs will bend. As you can see here, it looks like this is also a peg type or joint. So you can pivot and bend. So pretty good articulation, though they still don't have ankle articulation on these figures. But these figures, if you find them in like Walmart, are only like $8, $9. And the other thing they do is, since Batman has all these accessories, his cape always has a hole in it, so you can peg through the cape. In this figure, like, the cape really doesn't fit the armor in some ways. Here they are all put together with accessories and stuff. If you're interested in these figures, they're pretty cool. Like I said, the Catwoman's a base black body for a female, and you could pretty much take any extra sculpting off you needed take the whip off her belt or whatever that's sculpted on her. Okay, and we are quickly coming up on our giveaway for the Final Faction figures. I will be looking at the comments, the likes, and everything on that video, the giveaway video. So if you haven't already looked at it and you're interested in getting those Final Faction figures as a possible free giveaway, go ahead and like and comment on that video. Like, comment, and subscribe on any of my videos, and of course, pour on the plastic.